Hey guys, if you're having a little bit of trouble with your operations with integers, this right here will help you out a little bit. I'm going to show you some examples and just review some of the basic notes that we use when we add, subtract, multiply, and divide with integers. Okay, so adding and subtracting is a lot like counting on a number line. So when we add, we count to the right? You see those where the positive numbers are. When we subtract, we count to the left. Okay, there's a few special cases when you're subtracting negatives or adding negatives that might throw you off, but I'll show you those examples, okay? So let's just look at a very basic example. So let's look at 5 minus 8. Right? Very basic example. 5 minus 8. So I'm going to count on my number line, right? So this is where I start. So I'm going to start at 5. See, that's 5, positive 5. I'm going to start at 5. And then because I'm subtracting, I'm going to count to the left. Okay, I'm going to count 8 to the left. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So do you see where I stop here is at -3. So my answer would be -3. Okay. We can look at another example. So what about -5 plus 8? So this is an addition example. -5 plus 8. Okay. So that means I'm going to start at -5. -5 is over here. And I'm going to add 8. So that means count to the right, 8. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That takes me to +3. My answer is +3. So let me show you a few special cases here. This is going to be like subtracting negatives. Okay, so some special cases you might see will be like 5 subtract a -8. Okay, 5 subtract a -8. So as here, something kind of weird happens. When you're subtracting negatives, you can think of that as like taking away negatives. Okay, so something weird happens here, and this actually becomes plus. Okay, so this is 5 plus 8. Okay, I know it's weird, but now it's just a regular addition problem. So I could start at 5, and I can count 8 to the right. My number line's not big enough, but you guys can add that up probably on your hands. 5 plus 8 is 13. Okay, another special case would be like 5 plus a -8, right? Because you might get confused. You're like, well, what direction am I counting? Am I counting right because I'm adding, or am I counting left because it's a -8, right? The negatives on my number line go to the left, positive goes to the right. So this, I'm adding negatives. If you think about what that means I have more negatives now, right? Because I'm adding them. So what this actually becomes is subtract. This actually becomes just a subtraction problem. 5 subtract 8, which is the same one we did up here, okay? So you could start at 5, and now it's a subtract 8, so I'm going to count 8 to the left. So my answer would be -3.